I sum it up? Fear can be a misleading emotion. What appears frightening on the surface isn't always so when you draw closer. We're often scared of the things we're conditioned to be. People behind masks, dark, unknown places.
Be careful, only the container and myself should be in the frame.
On the face of it, the assignment wasn't all that complicated. Put together 1,500 words about the Darknet. So how did I find myself here, with two faceless crypto-anarchists in an unmarked container on the outskirts of Berlin?
No, you're not filming my fingers. Never, ever.
No?
No.
Okay.
One of the things that I'm relatively interested in right now is to build a device that implements the secure voice communication standard of the US military, but make it available for everybody. So it would allow you to plug in a little device, encrypt your voice over normal telephone lines.
Who would this chip help in the end? Terrorists flying under the radar, or revolutionaries under dictatorial regimes?
When I grew up, I read 1984, and it was like, in one way he was a visionary, but in other ways he was very optimistic because he couldn't foresee the technological developments we are having. So from a technology perspective, it's much worse already. And that leads to a society which is a total surveillance state.
1984. I was born in 1984. Yup, that's me right there. It was the year that Orwell had envisioned as the beginning of the end of our privacy.
Now we can see you.
A world in which Big Brother was constantly watching. But no one paid that too much mind. After all, it was the same year happy families were bringing the first Macintosh computer into their homes.
Hello, I am Macintosh.
A decade later, my generation would already be firmly planted in front of a screen.
We installed the internet on our computer just a short time ago, and I haven't been able to get the kids off it ever since.
Little by little, we became addicted to it.
So I guess this is a story of how it changed our lives.
It started with games, chats, email, even movies. Our tastes developed right alongside the internet. My first love, my second love, my third. ICQ, then Facebook, Google, Twitter. By the time I was all grown up, I'd spent so much time online, it never occurred to me that there could be another side of it to explore, the so-called deep web. In fact, I had no idea how to find it in the first place, so I started out like anyone would, with a Google search.
What lurks beneath the surface of the internet?
The deep web.
What is it exactly? Well, it's kind of a vague term because it's comprised of anything that's just not indexed by search engines.
All right, unindexed. So Google wouldn't take me very far.
If we want to compare the size, then one great analogy is that the surface internet, the stuff that's indexed by Google, that would be sort